Hello. I think we're live. Gonna go ahead and get started real quick. I'm gonna start to make these short moving on, but we're starting a new series today. And today is launching your 2021, I guess in this case, halfway through the year if you haven't done it, VIP coaching program. So that's part one, program structure. So today, if you're thinking of launching a VIP coaching program, you're in the right place. I'm going to cover part one today. It'll be a 4-part series. So today I'm going to cover some intro stuff as well that I think you need to know, and also some program structure in terms of how you want your program to look like or what you want to teach. And so I'm going to go through that fairly quickly today, but it'll be some important things. Real quick, again, there's a 4-part series. Today we're covering part one, which is the program structure. We'll be covering part 2, 3, and 4 over the next few weeks. Uh, so moving on, the first thing I'd like to cover with you is what I think I came up with it. I don't think I've heard anywhere. I drew this 100 different ways till I came up with a way to explain the journey of an expert as they go through, especially if they build a business online. And I'm going to break down this diagram real quick. It starts with what I call the learn phase, which is when you're maybe you're passionate about something or you're excited about a uh, a an expertise, maybe training people, training horses, training dogs, nutrition, health, real estate, marketing. There's some money. There's an unlimited number of things you could be an expert in, from personal growth to business coaching. I mean, anything really, you name it. We've had memberships and people who do memberships with our software with just about anything. So at the beginning, you're just learning. We say maybe you're passionate about your expertise, but you're still kind of in the learn phase. And this is a graph of passive versus active income. Frankly, it starts very passive because there's not very much income initially. So, and then as you start to climb the roller coaster, you start becoming a real expert, or more of an expert, I should say. You enter what we call the earn phase, and your most of your income will be active, meaning you'll spend a lot of one-on-one time. It won't be scalable, and but keep in mind, this is a what if you're in this phase now, if you're a lot of your income is active, you're already knowing expert, you have a proven uh, way of getting people results, then in this earn phase, that's really what we're focusing on. If you're past this for earn phase or you're not here yet, then this might not be for you. But I think a lot of you may be here. This VIP coaching program that I'm going to talk about over the next few weeks is for someone who's in this earn phase. And then as you keep going down the roller coaster, the next phase is the scale phase. So once you've done your work here in the earn phase, you're ready to sell some of the formulas and really scale your business. And this is where everybody wants to get to, but they tend to skip these first parts, and it doesn't really work unless you go through the learn and the earn phase. And once you're done scaling, you realize, hey, you know what? I might want to actually sell the recipe and teach other people how I've done what I've just accomplished. And that's the recipe. And it kind of all starts all over again. You start figuring out how to sell a recipe. It's more active, and then you scale that business as well, and it keeps going. So that's kind of the roller coaster phase. The biggest lessons here is in the earn phase, when you really have some problem that you can solve for others, I would say focus on active income. Don't try to scale yet till you figure out how to scale it. That's one lesson. And also know that, hey, it's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. So just what I would say, just be patient with it and earn money at every phase. Don't try to skip to scale and then realize, hey, it's not paying me enough because you haven't done some of the earn stuff. And that's what we're going to cover today is that BIP coaching program that really is going to help you with that earn phase, which, like I said, if you haven't done, you need to do that because that's what's going to allow you the cash flow to really start planning the next phase. So I'm going to talk about the high ticket recurring income pyramid, and it's a surefire path to turn your expertise into substantial and sustainable income. Both substantial, it's enough money to cover your lifestyle, and it's sustainable because you're not wondering if it's going to go away the next month. It really starts with one-on-one work. And some people love this work, some are very comfortable with it and struggle to move on. And some people hate it, but it's something that I don't recommend skipping, even if you don't plan that to be your bread and butter long term, especially after you start scaling. And here's why: because those one-on-one sessions with people, that you have to customize for each client is where a lot of the formulas become apparent. This diagram became apparent after meeting with enough people and drawing it out on a whiteboard till I realized, hey, I'm explaining this a lot of times. It's making sense. People get it. I think this is going to be one of my formulas. So that's when the formula becomes apparent. The next part is group coaching or mastermind. That's when you start working with more people on a small group basis. And that's where you start having some group sessions, limited personal attention, if any. It may be just the group sessions. And that's where the formulas are really defined. I would say refined. When a group of people finally see it and get it and go, yeah, that makes sense, then you know you got something. And once you have that, then you can move on to premium paid, what I call premium paid memberships. And these are fully scalable. And these are where the formulas are sold. So it's not much one-on-one attention, if any at all. It's really, you're just teaching the formulas that you discovered by going through the first phase. So you start building from the top down till you have that good foundation. And memberships really where scalability starts. Yeah, they may not be really huge initially, but it is a good place to be. But you cannot skip to that if you haven't done the first parts, unless you've been offline for 20 years and you have your formulas well defined and you could do that, then sure. But I would say you can't skip the top two and jump to the bottom. It will hurt if you do, meaning you'll fail. We've seen this happen way too many times. So I would say there's ways of doing all three at the same time, and we're going to talk about those. But I would say definitely do not skip the first two. So program structure, a few options here I want you guys to take note of is personal coaching or one-on-one coaching. And that's, if you, maybe you're already doing this, so perhaps you want to skip to the next one. But if you've never done this, this is a good place to start. You can help clients discover challenges and develop an action plan. What's great about this is you don't have to have your process 100% defined, because you're sort of just discovering what your client's challenges are, and then customizing a plan for them. I like the fact that if you do multiple sessions with a client, then it allows you to, maybe the first session is all discovery, and you can have some one-on-one time on your own. I mean, some solo time on your own to kind of develop a customized plan for them that you can cover in the next few sessions. So it's where you identify patterns of challenges. If you have enough of these, some patterns are going to start becoming apparent, and you're going to think, oh, I think most people are having this challenge or this pain point. Or maybe one of them is not, but that's not really what I want to focus on. So at least I know what I want to address. So these are very important. I would say if you haven't done those, but you have the itch to start a small group program, I would say you combine them together and have maybe like a hybrid. And we'll talk about those. And the small group video calls, your tribe, is 2 to 4 calls per month, perhaps. And maybe you give a chance for every client to be on the panel. It's not like a Facebook Live. It's more of a Zoom call where everybody gets a chance to maybe ask questions. So it could have training, Q&A session, accountability, homework. And also, I mean, it's one thing I didn't add to the slide, but also support from other members of the group. I'm actually helping someone run this very type of program right now. So it's following the same formula. And this is where you start utilizing the patterns that you learned from those one-on-one sessions to develop and customize training for the group calls. So it's not fully 100% flawless, but there's some training program that you could develop. And that's what we do have. The client that I'm helping with right now, she does have a training program developed for every one of those calls. But the Q&A sessions kind of fill in the gaps. What's cool is that she's taught this program twice, and it's evolved from the 2 times, and it's definitely going to happen for you. And that's part of refining those formulas that we talked about earlier. The next part of the or type where you can structure is a membership, and it's more community. This is not a tribe anymore. A tribe is pretty small. It's more of a community. That's where there's a lot more people who may not know each other, but they're part of one community. It could be a Facebook group. Definitely recommend that. And we're going to talk about, if you charge for access to a Facebook group, how you can make it really easy to do using your 22 Social. It could be training recorded or live. It could be resources. It could be challenges, not the ones that are having, but a challenge to solve a problem or to accomplish something. I would say ask clients to share their homework or parts of it into this community. So what I would recommend is that if you are running multiple programs or a hybrid program that includes almost all 3 of these, and we'll talk about that in the next few weeks, but you definitely want to ask your high-end clients to share into this membership of this community, because they are probably the best people to do it, because they're really involved. They have a lot of skin in the game, and they're going to start creating a lot more interaction with other members in the community. So I just wanted to give you a quick little breeze. If you are thinking of starting a VIP coaching program, feel free to share in our group. Let us know. I would be happy to answer your questions. To answer your questions. But just some things to think about. Start thinking about, how can I structure this? Do I want to just start one-on-one? Do I, and I'm back up some slides actually to cover this, but do I want to start with a one-on-one program? Do I want to do group coaching? I'm already, maybe you're already done one-on-one and you want to do some group coaching, or maybe I want to launch all three. But how would that look? What would that look like if I have? There is a way to launch all three, and I will talk about that in the next few weeks. But what could that look like? What could I offer in my group coaching program in those sessions? Start thinking of, watch this replay of this video. Start thinking about how you want to structure your VIP coaching program. I've helped other people do their programs, and it ends up being a lot of fun once you have a lot of the stuff really developed and defined. And also realize that it's not you don't have to be right the first time. I've helped people develop and upgrade their programs. These dates are wrong, but develop their programs after teaching them twice or three times, even four times. So they don't feel like it has to be perfect the first round. But again, if you are thinking of doing this, I'm going to talk about our software that actually allows you to actually host that membership or that group coaching, or even charge for that one-on-one time. And if you are including a Facebook group, why it makes it so much easier to run using 22 Social. I'm going to play a quick little video to explain that. Free Facebook page, business page. It's pretty easy to set up and manage. You're actually not going to easily find a better marketing system online for free. And what we like about it is you can actually create custom apps that you can add to the fan page and link them like you see on the screen, from the about section, a post, the button, and a bunch of other places as well. And what can that custom app do? It can actually protect your content and quick access in three ways. The first way is a free lead generation. That means that you could actually promise someone a free download, free video, webinar, or a registration or contest or sweepstakes, a free membership, a number of different things for free to collect leads, which is what we're talking about here in terms of nurturing someone. So that would be the first way. It's just, you're not charging for it, but you are collecting leads. The second way is a one-time payment. So if you're selling your online course, a one-on-one coaching package, a masterclass, a VIP coaching program of some sort, it could be a one-time fee. It could be $5 or it could be $5,000. Really, there's no limit on that. The other way, which is very popular, is a recurring payment or membership subscription, which could be either, there's a number of different types of membership. It could either be a low-cost membership, $10, $20, $30, or it could be your client signing up for $1,000 a month of coaching. I mean, there's a number of different ones. Or maybe your VIP coaching program or group coaching program that maybe is $500 a month. So there's a number of different options for recurring payments. But those are the main three ways you can restrict access to content using 22 Social, and to help you not only nurture leads, but also generate income online. This is how our system works. Every app comes with what we call a smart link. And when you share it on Facebook and other places, it'll automatically generate a preview image and text. And now you can change that in the settings. And when somebody clicks on that, they'll see what we call the gate or the sales or opt-in page. And that's where you're going to tell them, hey, what am I promising? Either a paid product or a free product, for them to opt in and either just become a lead or actually pay for something. And when they click on that, we pull their Facebook profile, and they can actually confirm their email and agree to the terms and say continue. If there is a payment involved, this is where they would be sent to either PayPal or ask for the credit card information if you chose Stripe as a payment option, or PayPal for that matter. So when they continue, what's great is now, after they opted in and paid, if there was a payment option, they get access to what we call the main content or members area, and that's where you deliver on your promise. That's where you give them either that course or access to the membership or a number of different things that you may have promised to them in the sales or opt-in page. And what's cool is that you end up with a list of Facebook profiles and their name in email, which could be attached to an autoresponder. So if you do want to do email marketing, you could attach it to Aweber, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. We have about 10 or 15, I think, that we connect with. So you could definitely do that very easily. You don't have to manually add them. They can be added automatically. But if you don't want to have one, that's fine. We do have a backend where you can check and download all the leads as well. If you are running a sweepstakes, we do have a choose winner button. So that's something people really enjoy. And for their sweepstakes, it makes everything easy. What's cool too is if there was a payment involved, we actually easily link to that payment profile on PayPal or Stripe to make it easy for you to manage. And that was the system. But one of the most popular features that people love about us is if you are using a Facebook group to either a free membership or a paid membership, we make it really easy to know who should or shouldn't have access to this. And that's because we have a Chrome extension we call Group Connect that you can install. And if what's cool about it is once you hit start, while you're inside a Facebook group in your computer, it'll actually color code names of people who are either requesting access or just posting content in the group, which makes it really easy to know who should be let in or who should be removed from the group. So that's where, I mean, there's people who use our system specifically for this feature because managing group access can be a real pain in the you know what. So that's Toin Social Connect. And ultimately, what I want to see happen for you is what happens to Will Irish, a friend of mine and one of our customers, is that you get constant notifications on your email every day of every new member that signs up or new client that signs up to pay you, and every time they renew their payment every month or every quarter or every year. And so we want you to have so many of these that you actually get bored of them and filter them out of your email, which I'm sure Will's doing that at this point because, yeah, they're exciting, but at the same time, you will have a lot of notifications on your email box. So we like for that to happen for you. But, we got to put in the work and get started. If you do want to join our free community, become what we call ourselves our dream builders, we do have monthly training. If you're watching live, then you're watching today at Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. We do cutting edge strategies and training. Again, we're not a training company, but I've been in internet marketing for about 12 years now. And so if I know I want you to win, because if you win, then we win and your customer wins, everybody's happy. But if you do sign up, here's the perks for signing up. You do get an extended trial of the software that I just went over. So you can get a full 30-day trial of our software. You do get a blueprint crash course of the blueprint steps that I went through initially. So if you want to get a quick crash course, you can get that for free. And you also get access to our community, as well as a weekly sweepstakes of prizes. So we are going to announce a winner in a bit. If you're ready to go for it, you could sign up at 22s.com/stream. It's free. And what's great is you'll be able to experience the same thing that your customers will be experiencing if you set up a free membership using our software. We also have a bundle we call a Dream Builder bundle where we include two things. So if you're ready to really build it big and you're committing to this, you could actually sign up and get 1 year of our software, 1 year membership to our software, which allows you to install in up to 3 businesses or 3 fan pages, and also a Dream Builder blueprint course, a full-on course where we go into detail on every one of the blueprint steps. It's not just a crash course, it's a full-on course. And we bundle those together. And if you're interested in that, you can go to 22s.com/stream and register there, and we'll give you the best price that we have available today. So if you want to go check that out, that same link, 22s.com/stream, you can do that. Right, had the wrong slide loaded. So Now we're announcing the winner. Again, like the video said, if you want a chance to win, check out 2us.com/stream. Today's winner is William Manuel. He's from Maryland. And it looks like you're in relationship business or something. Built on relationship, make business. Reading the profile picture. But Manuel or William, I'm not sure which one's your first name, but you win 20 Dream Builder Bundle, which we just described. It's 1 year of the software and also the Dream Builder Blueprint course. And to get started, just message your Facebook page or go to m.me/22social and we can get you started. I'm not sure exactly what your business is, but I can't wait to see what you build. And again, just a reminder for everybody, if you're ready to become a dream builder, some of the perks just for being part of the community, doing 2us.com/stream. And we'll see you guys in the next week. If you are ready to get your VIP coaching program going, then feel free to join our community and ask questions there. I'll be happy to help you out. See you.